So there's two types of pain and there's two types of pleasure. And they kind of go hand in hand. Okay, so let me explain. On the one hand, let's call it on the left side, you have the pleasure of immediate gratification, the pleasure of quick dopamine hits. You know, this is what you get when you mindlessly scroll through TikTok and you see a bunch of interesting videos, or when you eat a bunch of junk food, or when you procrastinate and put off a project so that you watch Netflix or go do something random that doesn't actually contribute to your goals but distracts you. This is left side pleasure. It's very shallow, okay? But we're almost like biologically programmed to pursue this type of pleasure because it used to keep us alive. And it gives you that immediate quick hit of dopamine. And it's so easy to just, especially nowadays, it's so easy to keep accessing it because we have the internet, we have so many forms of instant pleasure available with food and sugar. And it's what's messing up so many people in this world. And from a lot of people, it's what's stopping you from achieving your goals, okay? So that's what I call left side pleasure. And then on the other hand, we have a different type of pleasure. On the right hand, we have right hand pleasure. And this is more of a sustained, it's like a slow burning pleasure. It's like a deep sense of satisfaction from slowly working towards your goals and from slowly becoming the person that you want to become. So this is a much more powerful form of pleasure, but it's not like a quick hit. This is built up by consistently sticking to the habits that you've set for yourself and consistently doing the hard things that are moving you towards your goals. And this is much, much, much deeper. It's hard to explain, but the word is depth. You feel more connected, you feel more present, and it's infinitely, infinitely better than left side pleasure, but it's much harder to achieve. And that brings me to the polar opposites of each of these types of pleasures, which is the two types of pains. So if we go back to the left side, yes, you have the left side pleasure, which is that quick dopamine hit, but that also comes with the other side of that page is the left side pain, which is the pain of knowing that you're not being who you could be. It's the pain of knowing that you are wasting your life, or that you are wasting your potential, and that you are not doing everything in your power to pursue your dreams or to be the person that you want to be. And that hurts. It really, really does hurt. And if you haven't spent much time thinking about who you want to be or what you want to be or what you want to accomplish, maybe it's just like a slight lingering pain in the background that you can kind of numb out through like other forms of like addictions or just ways to like distract yourself. But if you've spent a lot of time thinking about what you want and you know exactly what you want, it is almost like it's stronger than physical pain. It's like the emotional pain of knowing that you are not doing everything in your power to be who you want to be. So you can choose that quick hit of dopamine and being undisciplined and bad habits and all that, but it's gonna come with this much stronger pain, this deep pain of I call it incongruence, not being congruent with who you want to be. And then on the other hand, when you have the right side, you have the right side pleasure, right? That sustained satisfaction from pursuing your goals and being consistent. But that also comes with a type of pain, and that's the pain of consistency. That's the pain of choosing the hard thing over and over and over again. That's the pain of facing those difficult emotions and just being disciplined and doing the things that most people don't want to do because it is uncomfortable. But that's the other side of the page. If you want that right side, that sustained pleasure and satisfaction and just joy in your life and depth in your life, you have to be able to consistently put up with the right side pain, which is the immediate quick like resistances that you have to continuously overcome when you wake up and you're tired and you don't want to wake up, when you're about to cold call and you don't want to cold call but you do it anyway, when you don't want to go to the gym, when you don't want to eat that meal, when you want to just lie down and just watch Netflix and just like completely ignore all your responsibilities, but you sit down and you do it anyway because you know that that's what you have to do. That's also painful. It's painful, but you have to know that on the other side of that right hand side, on the other side of the page, by doing those painful hard things, you're going to be able to experience that right side pleasure, that sustained satisfaction, and that is always worth it. Once you have the awareness and you know that these two pains and pleasures exist, it is always, always, always more worth it to choose the right hand side, to choose that right hand side pain and pleasure, because it's a much better combination than the left hand side, that shallow pleasure with the deep pain. I will always take the deeper sustained pleasure and the more shallow immediate pains of overcoming these demons and overcoming these thoughts and negative habits and all that stuff.